Thank you very much. Do I need this microphone? I'm not a big guy. Can everybody hear me? I've been known to have kind of a big mouth. I'm not really into the microphone. You know, I don't know where rumors get started. You know, I've been hearing this rumor lately that I'm supposedly going to be running for Congress. Have any of you heard that rumor as well? I don't know where these things get started. But anyway, I want to let you in on the worst kept secret in Rhode Island. My name's John Loughlin. I'm running for Congress. Now, just because people always ask me about this, I have not announced yet. And the reason I haven't announced yet is the media gives you one chance to announce. And once you announce, they pretty much leave you alone. And right now, the average Rhode Islander is focused on work, trying to find out that they've been laid off or there's unemployment, getting the kids to dance, trying to get people to school. They're not focused on the race yet. So we probably will do an official announcement in the January, February time frame. Look for that. Consult your local listings, as they say, and you'll be able to see that. Now, a lot of you know me. You know, I know many of you. I see a lot of friends here, and I see some new faces here too. So let me just tell you a little bit about who I am, where I came from, and why I'm running for Congress. I grew up in Portsmouth, and then my dad got a job in Providence. So we couldn't commute all the way from Portsmouth to Providence in the late 1960s. So we had to sell the house in Portsmouth, and we moved to Lincoln. And so I graduated from Lincoln High School in the northern part of the 1st Congressional District. Went to college down at URI, was a fireman at the Kingston Fire Department. A lot of people don't realize that URI has a fire department that's staffed by college students. And the way that works is that you can actually live in the fire station and not pay rent as long as you're willing to drop your books and run and go to fires. And I learned an awful lot about fighting fires and how to do it, how not to do it. Rode a rescue truck for a while, did that. Decided to join the military on a part-time basis as a citizen soldier. I spent 10 years in the Rhode Island Army National Guard, where I learned how to fly helicopters, which was an absolute ball. And you may have seen me flying all over the state when, you know, that obnoxious noise. We used to call that the sound of freedom. And I spent a lot of time flying up and down the state. And then we got the opportunity to go to work for the space program down in Washington, D.C. So we packed up the family and we moved down to D.C. and we spent about 10 years in the D.C. area, the D.C. suburbs. And it taught me why I love Rhode Island. I could not wait to get back here. This state, for all our problems and all the things that we focus on when we focus on the negative, this is the finest place to live in America, I guarantee it. And I've lived a lot of places. A round of applause for Rhode Island. Long about 2004, there was this guy named Don Kachiri that was fighting the good fight in Providence, and I thought, gee, I'd like to get involved and see if I can't help him out. So we set about looking to see what the district held, and my district was represented by a 16-year incumbent Democrat. And so we decided, you know what, it's time for a change. It's time to go after an incumbent. So we put together a campaign 2 years out for a state rep race. And we started doing exactly what we're doing now to the other guy, the guy that starts with a K, I can't think of his name. We started doing exactly what we're doing now. We started bringing up the issues, we started hammering home those issues, we started fundraising, we started building an organization, and lo and behold, this 16-year incumbent decided, you know what, I think I'm going to retire. And so we ended up running for an open seat down in Tiverton, Little Compton, and Portsmouth. We won that race in 2004. Been representing to the beautiful town I represent all of Little Compton, the southern part of Tiverton, and a sizable chunk of Portsmouth. And I've been doing that ever since, and just absolutely honored and thrilled every day to serve those constituents. And we have Tiverton resident Justin Katz with us here. Of course, he's from North Tiverton, but we certainly don't hold that against him. I represent the southern half of Tiverton, so we all have an accent down there. We eat fried chicken, and we kind of, it's the whole South thing, you know. But y'all, yeah. So we decided to look around the state, and we looked at the way our nation was going and the way our state was going, and we saw that we're in a situation where we've got incredible problems in the state of Rhode Island economically. And we have leadership in Washington that seems more concerned about waterboarding and more concerned about other issues that don't affect our economy and less concerned with cutting taxes and putting Rhode Islanders to work. But what really got me was this stimulus package. You know what the stimulus is? That's where we collect a lot of money from you, and we pick out winners and losers in the economy, and we decide who gets that money. And that's just wrong, and that's got to stop. This is your money, you should get it back. So this guy that we're running against, he's got a record. He's done some things, and it's a lot like, you know, when you're in school, you get a report card. Just so happens I brought his report card with me. I have it right here. In Washington, there are a number of groups that rate the performance of senators and congressmen. And these people publish ratings. And a lot of times by the name, you can kind of figure out who they are, but I'll help you with that too. So let me just give you a couple of these. The National Taxpayers Union gave Congressman Kennedy a rating of F on an A to F scale. The now in 2005-2006, the National Tax Limitation Committee gave him a 6 out of a possible 100. But
Why so much?
he redoubled his efforts and he came back in 2007, 2008 and got a 0. Americans for Tax Reform. Anyone want to guess on a scale of 1 to 100?
0.
0 is correct. Consumer Alliance for Energy Security. Anybody? A 2. No, it's a 0. 0. Campaign for Working Families. This is from a guy who's never worked a day in his life. 0, if you guessed that. But it hasn't been all bad for Patrick. He's gotten some good grades too. And I think it's only fair that we tell you about those good grades as well. We're kind of fair and balanced. Has anyone heard of an organization called the Association of Community Organizations for Reform Now? Anybody heard of them? They're named after some kind of a nut. I think it's acorn. Anyone want to guess on a scale of 1 to 100? 100, 200. A little East Providence math there for you. The International Brotherhood of Teamsters. 100. How about the American Trial Lawyers Association? 100. American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, Lifetime Achievement Award ranking of 100. Utility Workers of America? Absolutely right. And one of my all-time favorites, the United Auto Workers. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't see us building Oldsmobiles in Cranston. I don't understand how he gets 100% with the Auto Workers Association. So we decided to go ahead and take the fight on, and we've been doing all the things that we need to do to run a credible campaign. It's a dirty business, but fundraising is one of those things you have to do. And I've got some news to report on that front. Just this past week, we crossed 200,000 in our fundraising. Put that number into perspective, that's more money than any challenger against this guy has ever raised at this point in the campaign. Now, we're on track to get to 1.2 million, and we'll get there. We're actually a little bit above glide slope right now, so we're doing all the things that we need to do, and we just need to keep doing that. We got these lovely banners made up. I think they're a little small. What do you think? We're going to go for a larger banner, and we're doing the things that we need to do. But